Alright, we're back again. I had to go get something to eat. I was hungry. And we're gonna fix the mower some more. I went ahead and took the starter apart, put some grease in it, and cleaned it. And I also took the cylinder head off, and it looks like someone was in this. Like, that cylinder head gasket is like pretty thin. It's supposed to be thicker, but it's mushroomed out inward. Well, it's not blown, that's a good thing, but it wasn't stuck to the cylinder head. Not the cylinder head, the cylinder head wasn't stuck to the block. Usually that happens quite a bit when I take cylinder heads off of these small engines, which tells me that someone was in this. And also the valves were polished, and it was honed. So I have a feeling someone was trying to do a rebuild on this. I went ahead and took the cover off, and there it is. I put together the starter, and it turns over pretty nice. If I can, it turns over pretty nice. So that's going to be going back on. Right now we're going to check for spark. There's a spark plug that was in it. The threads are a tiny bit longer than the original. So I'm going to see if this one will cast a spark. I'm going to put this in there. Oh, wrong way. I'm going to put the camera in there. And we're going to set it right there, so that way I can get two hands on this. I thought I heard someone up there. I'm gonna get my drill with that 15/16. Try and swap hands while we check for spark. There's something. Hold on. Ow. Shocked myself. Jesus. I felt it there. I didn't know coil packs had some capacitance. So that's good. It's got spark. That's a good sign. That alternator, that right here, it's got a little resistor on it. And I don't know how many ohms it is holding. So it's kind of a mystery. Someone has been into this recently, because this is not the original spring that you would usually find on here. It was a much shorter spring coil. It had a longer arm that wrapped around here and hooked it and rested on the coil base, the windings of the spring, if I'm saying it correctly. But someone has changed that out with a different one. And upon further I can't say anything. Upon further inspection, there's a broken bolt in there. So I can't really do anything about that. I don't know what to do about the carburetor. But we can try and take this little housing off. Yeah. we can. Yeah, that ain't working. Alright, let's just find the right socket. If we can. That one won't fit. And that one won't fit either. Great. So I gotta go dig into here. And I'm guessing it's this size. Yep. It is. I'm gonna pop that on my wrench. I'm gonna loosen it. If I can. I haven't worked on it a really long time. When I first got it, it was all in pieces. And I didn't know what to do with it at that point. Yeah, that carburetor's missing a bunch of parts. Like, it's missing the float, the needle, the pin that holds the float in, the bolt that keeps that float bowl, or sediment bowl, in there. And I don't have another one of these. So yeah, that's a bummer. Let me think. Think what I can do. Well, there's really not much we can do at this point. But, trying to think of what to do now. We could, take my voltmeter and hook it up to the charging system, see how many volts it's outputting. But I suspect when the battery is dead, I suspect that the charging system is going to be whack. Oh, it slipped off. I gotta be careful not to strip the bolts. Let's get that dipstick out because there's no oil in it. Like, literally no oil. Except for the rest that's on the dipstick. Alright, let me hook up an extension to this. And find my extension. I'm assuming it's up here. I might be wrong. Oh no, there it is. There it is. And also I have some parts and spark plugs I could put in it. So we're good. Mostly it's just weed eater parts, but you know, there's some parts in there. Now I can put the socket on and take that alternator off. I have never messed with one of these modeled Briggs & Stratton motors before, but I have messed with one of these that were similar but didn't have the electric start. Unplug that. There we go. This is the alternator. I don't know what condition this thing is in. Nor do I know if that resistor is even working. It looks like it's been punctured. There's a tiny little pinhole. Like you can see it right there. The contacts, they look fine. So, let's rehook it back up and see if we can get something out of it. If we can't, then I'm gonna probably have to order a new one. And I have a feeling we're gonna have to order a brand new alternator. And of course my battery is low. Nor do I care. Just gotta set this somewhere where you can see the thing. Probably after this video I'm gonna put my phone on my phone on charge. I'm using the phone as a camera. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to measure it. Measure the voltage, or volts, as I should say. But I'll give it a try. Yeah, I don't feel it dragging on it, so let's get the voltmeter and hook it up and see what we got. I doubt we have anything in it, but there's my small little meter. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put it to volts. Stick the positive end into the wire. And pray that that stays. I'm going to take the negative and hook it up to ground. Like right there. Now we can measure. It's reading 1 volt. Yeah, it's working, but I think that resistor's taking out a lot of the volts. A lot of the voltage, or however you say it. That ain't very good. But the alternator's working, which is a good sign. I think tomorrow, I think I'm gonna fix up an old bike over here. It's right here. It's got a little 2-stroke motor on it. I tried to put a 2-stroke bike kit on it, but it failed miserably because it was so poorly made. And the clutch is broken. I have to replace the rear tire and fix the chain, you know, stuff like that. But the brakes still work and still shifts, which is a good thing. I don't know about this lawnmower, to be honest. You know, it may live, it may not. It could run for a while and die. You know? Also, there's the outside view. This is a familiar spot where I took a video of me starting up that old Toro. Wish I could go back to that time and do that all over again. But that's all for right now, and I'll see you tomorrow. See you.